Paul is so amazing and so amazingly consistent. We've been looking at him just for a few days now, and we've already seen that there's such congruity in his message and his actions. He writes from prison, and he writes with joy, praying for the Philippians that they might know freedom. We saw what happened in the jail in Philippi, that when he was there, he was praising God regardless of his circumstance. And we see that he teaches, follow my example as I follow Christ. And then he says, I've learned to become content in any and every circumstance. His message throughout Philippians is just rejoice, rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. Listen, you can't be chained to your circumstances. Your circumstances can't dictate to you or hold you hostage. You're a child of the King. And look at what happens here. Even his chains serve to further the gospel. It's more than you'd think. You'd think that hard times and persecution would put people off following Christ, but it's almost the opposite. I watched a video today on Facebook, which a friend of mine posted, where a street preacher was preaching pretty much the love of Christ, and a man kind of backed onto him and then elbowed him in the face. And this guy was able to just continue preaching without really reacting to him at all. And after a few seconds, when he gathered himself, he started proclaiming the love of God to this guy. And, you know, rather than scare me from doing that sort of thing, I mean, obviously that would be horrible, but it kind of made me want to have a go. It was like, wow, that's inspiring. And that's how Paul is. He's inspiring because he's in jail. And he says, most of my brothers in the Lord have been encouraged to speak the word of God more courageously and fearlessly. Why? Because they see how fearless and courageous he is, and he's passionate. If Paul can do that in those circumstances, surely our circumstances should not dictate to us our behaviour. The lead factor should be the Spirit of God and our closeness to Jesus and our love for him and his love for other people. So let that motivate you today. Let that drive you. Let that be the wind in your sails. And remember, there's no chains that can hold the gospel, and there's no chains that can hold you. You're a child of the King, and these circumstances cannot hold you hostage. As famously been said, you know, you can't really put a man in prison if his heart's free. So go out there today with a free heart to love and serve the Lord, and God bless you all. And I'll speak to you tomorrow, God willing. Yes, Jesus, yes.